What's up, everybody? Welcome to the weekly wrap-up with Councilwoman Jamie Torres and DJ Konz. What's up, Jamie? How's it going?
Great. How are you?
I'm doing fantastic. The weather's good. It's cool. It's hot. It's making up its mind right now, but we love it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's having a moment, it's crisis moment, right? Like an identity crisis. Well, happy Friday, Konz.
Happy Friday.
And happy Friday, D3. I'm Councilwoman Jamie Torres, and we are here with DJ Konz for our weekly wrap-up. Thank you so much for being here again, DJ Konz.
As always, thank you for having me, D3. Thank you for letting me be a part of this. And, hey, just continue on tradition.
Absolutely. So I have a couple legislative updates. This was a big week for a lot of reasons, but I want to first send a happy anniversary to the Westwood Community Center. They celebrated their 1-year anniversary since opening up as a collaborative nonprofit space. So really want to congratulate them. They're going through their own growing pains, right? How to do that well. I also want to share, we did a lot of bills. There were 6 bills that we voted on related to Ballerina. Now, Konz, you and I have been talking a lot about their interest in building basically an extension of downtown neighborhood on their lots. And this includes Elitch's, which was already rezoned in 2019. But we passed it through. So there'll be a lot of things that'll be happening there. But the thing that I'm most proud of is the agreement that the community came to with Crunky. So the city doesn't sign this, city council doesn't approve this. It is just between the community and the developer. And they agreed to affordable housing, to parks and open space, to a $16 million community impact fund that is going to fund scholarships and internships and entrepreneur space and really beautiful stuff. So proud of that one.
Yeah, that's awesome. And it's kind of cool. We get to witness the city grow more. You know what I mean?
We do.
And the thing is they're not taking the space from residents. It's open space that's there available. So that's pretty awesome.
Yeah, it's a parking lot right now, right? That's the other really cool thing, because we know this used to be a neighborhood in the 1900s, right? All the way up until the 70s when that neighborhood was displaced. But even before that, this is where our native community gathered, right? Tribes. And so they work together with interest from the displaced agrarians and from indigenous community to be able to fund things that are important to them. And so there was a good amount of collaboration there. So I was really proud of that too.
Yeah, awesome. That is awesome.
Yeah. A couple other things that came through City Council this week. We passed the first reading for citywide accessory dwelling units. November 18th will be the public hearing and the final vote. And then we also passed $8 million more for temporary rental assistance. So if you are facing eviction, this is something that you can tap into to try to save the housing that you have. So reach out to District 3 or call 311 if you need any help with that. We just put $8 million more into that fund.
Nice, very nice.
And so Denver City Council, we have an open appointment for the Denver Immigrant Legal Services Fund Advisory Board.
Very nice. And what exactly does the advisory board do, Jamie?
Yep. This board grants funding to nonprofit organizations that provide direct legal assistance to low-income, unauthorized individuals who are current residents of Denver. So these are folks, they don't have to all be undocumented. You can be a legal permanent resident seeking citizenship. You could be a DACA recipient needing to renew your DACA application. And related to immigrant legal services can come to these nonprofits, and it's paid for through funding from the city. So resources are always also being used to help nonprofits expand the pool of pro bono and low bono attorneys to provide assistance. So we will put more information to join that board. So if you decide who's going to receive this funding, we will put that below. So we need City Council appoints a community member for this.
Yeah, and that's a pretty big ballot there.
Yeah, it's a big deal. We fund about $750,000 a year for the Legal Services Fund. They also do fundraising on their own. It is managed by Denver Foundation on behalf of the city. And this was something that I was a part of building back in 2017. So really love that we're able to continue providing this service.
Yeah. And then, so are these businesses in District 3? Are these for the businesses?
Yeah, so any individual in District 3 can go to these nonprofits for this legal support. So, because attorneys are expensive, you may not always be able to afford it, but it always matters in your immigration process if you're represented by an attorney. So this makes it more just accessible for people who might not always be able to afford a lawyer.
Yeah, very nice. That's awesome.
Yeah. And then, okay, so elections are coming up. We all know this, right? November 5th is election day. We all have gotten our ballots already in the mail. But maybe you might have questions about the election and how it works.
Yeah. So where do they go for the information on that?
Yeah. So we have, it's a big ballot, right? It's about, mine I think is 6 pages. We have federal, state, and Denver items. We have candidates. We have judges. And the Denver Indian Center is hosting a general election fair this Sunday. So this is the perfect time to come and ask questions or register to vote. Maybe you voted a long time ago and you haven't voted recently. Maybe you didn't get a ballot, but you thought you should have. This is where you can come to ask those questions. Plus, they're going to be serving tokabe, Konz.
Oh, yeah. Let's go.
So Sunday, October 27th at the Denver Indian Center, come have some fry bread with tokabe and bring your election questions.
Yeah, pull up. Let's have some fun, D3. And, do something impactful and important.
It's so important. And then finally, if you are an entrepreneur, you want to open a business, Rocky Mountain Microfinance Institute is an organization in District 3. They support aspiring entrepreneurs and existing business owners who maybe they don't have traditional business development services because of their income, their identity, life experiences, system issues, but they serve the Denver metro area and they are right in our district.
Yeah, and this serves the businesses in that area, correct?
Yeah.
Awesome.
Any of the businesses in District 3, or if you want to open a business in District 3. So in honor of their new graduating class, we'll be highlighting a few of the small local businesses that want to have a shout out. They've already gone through RMMFI's program. And so if you've ever needed help creating a website for your personal or your company's business, there's a guy named Christopher Hernandez. He's the owner of Spider Launch, and he creates user-friendly websites catered to exactly your needs. So we'll be sharing his information in the comments, and we'll also be sharing Rocky Mountain Microfinance Institute info on our other channels. But shout out to Christopher Hernandez, owner of Spider Lunch.
Yeah, shout out to Christopher Hernandez, and shout out to all the small businesses out there that are thriving and doing their thing. And it's awesome to see small business still growing and continuing to grow community. So
it's awesome. All about like creativity. We talk all the time about it, the creative kind of flow and energy in District 3. It's also business side, right?
Yep, absolutely.
And then my shout out is Mile High Trunk or Treat is tonight. It is at Empower Field parking lots. There are tons of trunks that are going to be there handing out candy. So bring your kids. Totally free event. Dress up. Come on by Mile High Trunk or Treat.
Yeah, and you could find us floating around Trunk or Treat tonight as well. I'll be there with the kids and the grandson. And hey, say hi.
Excellent. Thank you, Konz. Have a great weekend.
Thank you, everybody. Have a great weekend, D3. This is the weekly wrap-up with Jamie Torres and DJ Konz, and we are out.